Good afternoon, everybody. First off, thank you all for letting me stand here today. I know most of you woke up before the sun, fed animals before your coffee, and been out in the fields long before I put on this shirt. So I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here because I believe something. Farmers are already traders. They just haven't seen the charts yet. You've been trading your whole life: seasons, soil, weather, price, demand, patience, timing. That is trading. The only difference is the market you're trading in. Today, I want to show you how the same knowledge you've survived on, the same instincts that kept your farms alive, can open the door to a whole new financial lane without ever leaving the land you love. Part 1. Connecting farming to trading, 1 to 3. Let me start with something simple. When you walk a field, you can feel if it's ready. You can look at the soil and know if it's strong or weak. You can tell if the season is coming in hot or slow. You don't need a chart. Your instincts are the chart. That's technical analysis. When I look at a live chart, I'm doing what you do every morning. I'm checking conditions. I'm watching patterns. I'm reading the weather of the market. I'm deciding whether today is a planting day, a harvest day, or a day to keep my hands in my pockets. And guess what? You already understand support and resistance better than most traders do. Support? That's good soil holding up your crop. Resistance? That's a dry patch, a cold snap, something blocking growth. You've been reading support and resistance since childhood. Nobody had to teach you. You learned from the land. So imagine taking that same instinct and applying it to a market where your decisions can make you money, whether things go up or down. That's trading. The seasons of the market. Every market has seasons. Just like your field, there's a planting season where you enter, a growing season where you wait, a harvest season where you take profit, and a stay-your-tail inside season where you don't touch nothing. You already know these cycles. Now imagine this. You know corn prices rise during certain months. You know demand spikes in certain years. You know weather impacts supply. You know drought hits different crops differently. That's fundamental analysis. You already do it. You've been forecasting markets with your eyes, your hands, your instincts for decades. You just haven't seen the screen version yet. When I show you a futures chart, corn, soybeans, wheat, livestock, it's not going to look foreign. You're going to look at it and say, oh yeah, that's exactly when my yields were lower. Or, that's the season prices jump every year. Or, that's the drought spike right there. You know the market's heartbeat better than the people trading it. All I'm going to do is show you what it looks like digitally. Same truth, just a new tool. Part 3. Technical analysis for farmers. Let me break down how your knowledge ties directly into technical analysis. 1. Price going up equals strong demand. You see that every time buyers rush in before harvest, when demand pushes price up on the chart, that's your market growing season. 2. Price going down equal oversupply or weak conditions. That's your crop struggling. That's too much product hitting the market. A drop in the chart is a drought or too strong of a harvest, but digitally. 3. The magnet zones in trading, we call these areas where price wants to return. Farmers see this when fields always settle the same way. Some soil holds, some soil fails. Price works the same way. When price hits a support zone, that's strong soil. That's where things grow again. When price hits a resistance zone, that's weak ground. Nothing grows there. That's where you sell or stay out. Hash 4. Entry points equals planting points. You never plant in the wrong season. And in trading, you never enter at the wrong time. You wait for the right conditions, confirmation, then you act. This is where I come in. I'm going to show you how to identify the right season on a chart. When price is cheap, when demand is rising, when momentum is building, when to expect a pullback, when the market is tricking retail traders, when the big boys are pushing supply or demand. You already understand the game. I'm just translating it. Part 4. How they can profit from what they already know. Now, here's where it gets real. While you're working your land, you can also trade the value of what you grow. If corn futures drop during your down season, you can profit from that drop. If wheat is entering a high demand season, you can ride that growth. If soybeans are sitting in a low price zone historically, you can watch for the reversal. This isn't gambling. This isn't hype. This is smarts. This is using what you've already mastered to build a second stream of income. The farm feeds your family. The market can free your family. And you don't need a fancy degree. You don't need to memorize Wall Street terms. You just need a blueprint and the willingness to look at your knowledge in a new light. Part 5. The Invitation. So here's what I'm offering. I want to teach you step by step how to read the charts the same way you read your land. I'll show you how to spot high demand seasons, how to identify when price is too low or too high, how to profit when markets rise, how to profit when markets fall, how to hedge against bad seasons, how to build slow, consistent growth, how to read the signals before the move happens. You're not starting from zero. If anything, you're starting 10 steps ahead of most new traders, because you'll know something Wall Street forgot. Growth takes time. Patience is strength. Timing is everything, and the earth never lies. The chart is just another field. A field you can walk without leaving your home. A field you can harvest all year round. So if you're ready to learn how to apply decades of instinct to a market that rewards discipline, timing, and patience, then I'm ready to teach you. Let's build something new on top of what you've already grown. Let's plant this next season together.